Out here for a pimp.
Hi guys, how are you? Hi everybody, how are you today?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to lovely Vegas. It's 106 degrees. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Or should I say, get in here, get in here, get in here.
Are you a donkey?
What's up, people?
Oh my God, you guys. I've been keeping you guys informed that this is the hardest flip of me and Perry's life. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. We hardly have time for YouTube. I just never expected it, huh?
I didn't have time to shave.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like we're up all night. It's just a lot going on. And so very busy time in our life right now. We just pray every night we get through it. Also, it's so hot. It's so hot.
Right.
Who in their right mind would try to do the things that we're doing in this kind of heat? It's so that leaves my son to do a lot of the research for me. And it's really weird. He's right on the money. He's in that age group.
What's
You know,
that?
he's a rapper. So when I was telling you guys that being a rapper these days is dangerous, I'm not lying to you. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous because all of the so-called music moguls have drug ties. That's just how it is. And I didn't realize how bad it was. But my son, he can tell me all about it. Oh, and name all the what do they call it? Drug lords and all of this stuff. It's crazy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today because we're going to talk about Wack 100 putting up the bail for Keefe D, who is the only person alive that was in that car the night that Tupac got unalived.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense. They're saying Puffy's behind all of it. I'll get to it because it doesn't make any sense. You've had bail since January. You could not create the $750,000 bond back then, but now all of a sudden you come up with it. So I'll tell you guys the plan about that. It's crazy. We're going to talk about Ray J being close to the plug because now everyone's talking about he was the last person with Whitney Houston, and most likely he gave her last dose of whatever she took. They're also saying that he was at one time the person that could get Wendy Williams her drugs. Isn't this terrible?
Damn.
Then we're going to talk about Brooke Mueller. You guys don't know who she is, but remember they reopened the Mathew Perry case and we were wondering who could it be? Who could it be? It's Brooke. There's no other way for me to say it. She is the same woman that accused that was on drugs so bad that she was married to Charlie Sheen. You remember Charlie Sheen, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you remember who he is?
Winning.
Is married to Charlie Sheen. Hi, Star Guy. Sharrell, you look so pretty. Oh, thank you, Star Guy. I really appreciate that.
Star Guy, don't tell her no shit like that.
Huh?
Don't. Please
I
don't
don't
tell
feel
her.
pretty. I mean, I feel sweaty and it's just a long day, long days, very little sleep. But thank you, Star Guy. Brooke Mueller was married to Charlie Sheen at one point, and they both had drug problems at the time. So the CPS was going to take her children, and the only person that stepped up was Denise Richards. Do you remember this story? You don't remember, do you?
No.
So Denise Richards took her twin boys, and about a couple months later, she accused Denise Richards of putting her hands on their children. This woman is batshit crazy. And I got a little clip from the past when she's saying she's an addict and she's going to stay an addict for the rest of her life. So I think it's what she did after they're accusing her of doing some things after Mathew Perry passed away. This is really crazy. This is so like, oh, and I forgot to talk about, I can't talk about it today, but we have to talk about them reopening Kim Porter's case. This is all crazy. So we're going to talk about all of that today. It's a lot going on. Let me write this down because I'll forget about Brooke. And that's it. Let's just open up with Brooke so I don't forget. Okay, here she is. Here's a picture of Charlie Sheen's ex-wife. You guys remember when Charlie Sheen was getting high every day and sleeping with prostitutes and saying, Tiger, he's got tiger blood and he's winning, and everybody was a loser and he was the winner.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember.
You guys don't remember Denise Richards? So Charlie Sheen was married to this really, she looks normal. She's a pretty woman. She's batshit crazy because she's a hardcore heroin addict, black tar heroin, whatever that means. I don't know the different types of heroin, but she's a known addict, a crazy addict. And every time she almost got her children taken away, let me see if I can find an old page. Charlie Sheen goes to his ex-wife, that was Denise Richards, and asked Denise Richards to take the children. And she did. Let me see if I can find that. For right now, she took the kids. It was so crazy. And not just one. He had a set of twin boys. What ex-wife would do that? I don't know if any that would do that.
Now, who was the twin boys from?
Brooke. So he was married to Denise Richards first, right? And then oh my God. Something just popped on my screen about this case. He was married to Brooke, Denise Richards. You didn't watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills during this time, I don't think.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah. He was married to Denise. She had to leave Charlie Sheen because of his drug, alcohol, and hookers problem. Do you remember that? He came out and said he likes sleeping with hookers. Do you remember that? Because he also was involved in the Heidi Fleiss trial. Remember that?
He was winning and proud of. He was hooking day and night. And he was proud of it.
So for some reason, I like Charlie Sheen. I don't know what it is because he's not my dad or my kids' father. I love Charlie Sheen, to be quite honest. I love Charlie Sheen.
Most people love a train wreck for some reason.
Maybe that's what it was. I love here's this article from back in the day. I love Charlie Sheen, and it was entertaining. I'm just going to be real because this is why people watch train wrecks, because it's not your life and you don't care. But he was really on drugs really bad. And so was his wife. And Denise took the children so they wouldn't go in the system. And then she turns around and accuses Denise of putting her hands. This is the article. It says Brooke Mueller continues to go crazy, tells police Denise Richards, and you guys see the word that I can't say, all the kids, and really got CPS to open a case on Denise Richards. It's not funny. It's crackheadish. Okay. And this woman is just a stone cold addict. Didn't he shoot a woman in Aspen? I don't remember that, Bonji.
I don't know.
But I'm not saying it's not true. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But Charlie Sheen was doing so much crazy stuff back then. And I have a clip. I found a clip. Now, the clip is really hard to hear, but the part at the end that I need you guys to hear, you can hear. She says that she's an addict and she's going to stay an addict for the rest of her life. This is what she said. So according to the rumors, she met Mathew Perry in rehab, and they were supposed to be helping each other. And of course, Both of them fell off the wagon again. Now, remember, Mathew Perry was an addict way before Friends. So he's had this disease. That's what I call it a disease because some people could never shake it.
Right.
Some people could never shake it. I don't feel sorry for them or give them a pass to act batshit crazy, but some people can never shake it. And so
the only reason you feel bad because they pretty much destroyed their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to excuse their behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, they if you can't get off of it, if you can't shake it, you really do ruin your life. And so now they're saying it's a straight Jim Belushi situation. Let me see if I can find the articles. Here we are. According to the published reports, she was with him. She got high with him. And then I guess somehow he passed away and she took certain things out the house. Now, I don't know what's going on, what she could have took, but she's been questioned by the authorities twice. They raided her house. Well, it's not really a raid. They came in and they searched the house and she was very calm and she let them do it. I think she knows she's in big trouble and they just can't keep her name out of their mouth. Let me see what Bonji's saying. She says in 2019, he pow-powed Brooke during what?
Wow.
Whoa.
Damn.
During Christmas. Listen, their life was spinning out of control. I hate to say this. The only thing that slowed Charlie down was him getting the virus. I hope I'm not being disrespectful because everybody knew.
What the hell wrong with Charlie?
He has the virus.
Christmas time. Normally when it's
I don't know. I'm going to look that up.
Hold down.
I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked. These people, Brooke's life, she says she's going to be an addict forever and she's just spinning out of control. Let me see if I can play this. It's hard to hear. It's about a minute. Let me see if I can shoot to the end, but you could clearly hear her say, I'm an addict and some people can't get over it, or I'm going to be that way for the rest of my life. Let me see if I can play it. It was weird. I think she's comfortable in her disease. Haven't met too many people like that. Let me pause it and go to the end here.
She probably knows she can't take it though. I mean, some people know they're too far gone. And they realize.
Yeah. She's the type of person who has given up on life. She knows she's an addict. She enjoys being an addict and she's prepared for the outcome. I know that sounds really crazy, but just listen to this. See if you can hear it. If you can't, I'll stop it.
Everyone does. Almost everyone. There's a few that stay sober, but not at my level.
She says there's a few people that stay sober, but not at her level. She's perfectly fine with being an addict.
Yeah, because you got stage 1 crackhead, stage 2, stage 3. I mean, and some, when you get to that 2, you borderline never returning.
That's what she said in this tape. I pulled this tape. I had this tape from a long time ago, so I must have talked about the Charlie Sheen debacle that was going on at the time. But it was a disaster, and now they are labeling her a suspect. They reopened the case. So this was a closed case. They reopened it. And now it's being reported that she's a suspect and that they have talked to her twice and took her laptop and her phone. And I think that for me, now I didn't read this part. This is how I feel. Maybe also they're trying to get at some dealers. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it could be.
Anyway, it says Charlie Sheen's ex-wife, Brooke Mueller, is being quizzed by the cops over Mathew Perry's ketamine death, as investigators say multiple people may be charged. Oh my gosh. They're trying to get to a bigger name, the actual dealer. That's what I'm taking from this.
Yeah, it could be. It could be that. It could be just that, she got tired of sharing the drugs. and just wanted it all to herself. Because when you get to that level,
Very so.
sharing it is just not the thing you want to mention. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she could have did that, took off after she looted the house, probably took all the
Yeah, they're saying
gold,
she took something from the
everything.
house.
Right.
But what could she have taken? Like, I'm
Well,
just
shit.
curious.
Probably anything he had in the house, probably more than what she had. She could have took the VCR, refrigerator, stove. Now, I
Money,
don't
stuff,
know.
something
I'm
like
just
that.
saying, like jewelry, things that you could turn around pretty fast. And hell, he could have had money in the house, as far as we know.
And not only that, is somebody had to tell, because this was a closed case. So somebody had to say something, or the police discovered something to reopen this investigation. And they're saying that she's hired some high power attorneys and all of this. And, I'll read the first couple of paragraphs. It says Charlie Sheen's former wife, Brooke Mueller, has been interviewed multiple times by the LAPD in relation to Mathew Perry's death after the pair reportedly bonded during stays in rehab, a new report says. So, I hear that when you meet people in rehab, and sometimes you guys click more than others, they say this is really bad, that those
Mhm.
relationships also often lead to what's it called when you relapsing. I
Mhm.
know who was it? A very famous basketball player. Was it Lamar Odom? No, he never went to rehab with somebody he dated. Anyway, these relationships don't last, and I don't know why. I don't know why they don't get out and support each other and stop and help each other from relapsing, but they
So,
just don't
yeah.
last.
Yeah, typically, because I think they don't last for this reason. It's hard for one person to beat the habit. But when you banking on beating your habit along with this other person, it becomes confusing. And I think when they're in rehab, just in my mind, I ain't never been there, but just in rehab, I think they're already lonely because they're missing the drugs, that the street life they had,
That's true.
and
That's true.
they don't have a soulmate, so they bond together. Then when they get out, one might be stronger than the other. That's why it's hard for the relationship to work, because it's hard to keep yourself off the crack, but to keep two people off of it is harder, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to read the rest of this. It says Mueller was never arrested or handcuffed regarding the inquiries, with sources telling InTouch that she has been co-parenting she's been cooperating, with the criminal investigation. She's hired lawyers and has multiple meetings with law enforcement since they arrived at her sober living house. So she's back in sober living with a search warrant. She's being tight-lipped about the situation, a source told. She's being tight-lipped because there's something here. They don't reopen popular solved cases for no reason. So I don't know what happened that night, but now she's back in rehab and trying to get clean again. And this is probably about the 6th or 7th rehab. So she's a mess. She's pretty and she looks innocent. She's kind of poison. And I say that in a respectful way. She is an addict that will do anything to get her drugs. And if she's got to lie to get them, she's going to lie to get them. And she's got to steal to get them, she's going to steal to get them. And
Just
she
like
even
any other
classified.
addict. I said, just like any other addict, they would do anything for cash to get their choice of whatever they're looking for. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Someone said, wouldn't it be on the security camera? So I'm being told that they weren't working at the time. And maybe this is the reason. Maybe they worked and she took the tape, but she took something valuable out of that house. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know what's going on. She's being tight-lipped. The authorities are being tight-lipped. But I will say this in a very humble way. It wouldn't shock me. She's the kind of person that needs to be behind bars, because if she's not behind bars, and she might still do her drugs behind bars, they still get drugs in there, whether it has to come out the bottom part that is really gross, and you got to wash it off, and then you gonna go put smoking it or putting it up your nose. They still get their drugs in jail, in prisons, penitentiaries. I don't know how it is. I remember visiting somebody one time, and I'm like, they're high as shit. You can tell they're high. So, she needs to be behind bars. And I know she's a mother and she's got kids, but some people are a lost cause.
Yeah. Maybe the only place she can get help for the habit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because she can't get
Perry, they still get high in jail.
I know. I'm saying, even though you can get some, you can't get as much as you can get out there on the open market, is what I'm saying.
Because I swear to God, somebody called me one time from prison on a cell phone. And I was like, what? Where'd you get this cell phone? They have ways. So, life doesn't stop in prison. It just changes in a different way. So that's
how that phone call go there. How that phone call go? Hi, how you doing?
No, I was talking to.
I mean, do they talk loud?
No, let me tell you how it happened. I heard my son on the phone, and I said, "Who are you talking to?" And he names the person. I said, and then they lock him up. And he said, "But he's got a cell phone." I see him. They're doing a FaceTime. He's in prison, and I'm like, "What? How you get a cell phone?" And he's like, "You could pay for one in here. We have to hide them, but we can get them." Talking to me from prison.
PlayStations, the Xboxes. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
I don't give a damn what they got. I don't never want to go. Huh?
I never want to. Prison's not the place for me. What do you guys think about what's going on here? Let's see. Or her fingerprints could have been on something in the house or near his body. Yeah, we don't know why. What's going on? Bonji K is a depressive. If taken too much, it suppresses your respiratory effort. She's talking about this ketamine that I never heard of, but I hear about it all the time now. It's one of the new things that they're putting in stuff, and it can easily unalive you, just like I don't know if I can say the word, but the fentanyl, you know what it is, that took Prince. It took our beloved Prince. Those guards sneak them in, allegedly. They do.
Is that the same stuff? When I go to the bait shop, I see it on the window. It said ketamine or something. But maybe they can't be selling. Well, I don't know how the
I don't know much about ketamine. It could be a herb. I don't know. I know it's that and the fenty. You guys know what I'm talking about. Is everywhere now. And I was watching a video one day, and this cop had ingested the fentanyl. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. And she went out just like that. The cop arresting somebody and came in contact with it, and she just went down. They had to use the Narcan to revive her. A cop.
Damn.
So it's taking people out. When they call, they usually ask, "What are you?" Oh my God! What are you wearing? Okay.
Talking about the call from prison, the phone call from prison.
How was it?
No, I'm saying they're referring to a phone call from prison. They're saying that's how it normally go.
I don't know how it go, but they also have these illegal cell phones in there to talk about their case because they can't have a regular conversation on the phone with people because it's being recorded. So it's a lot. Prince thought it was something real, not a fake. I loved Prince. I love Prince. It just sad how it went out. It said most homosexuals use it. Okay. I've heard about that before. That's when I don't know about ketamine, but my friend, I can't think of his name. My friend came in and was saying that a lot of homosexuals use drugs to heighten their ex lives, to relax their muscles during X. It's very dangerous. Y'all got to be careful. This stuff. I
had to ask the donkey.
As a nurse, we use fentanyl. Okay, you guys see what's on this for pain. It's very dangerous to those who have no knowledge of the drug. I hear it's taking people out. It's just, y'all be careful. Sad about Prince. Oh, it was devastating when I heard about Prince. Devastating. Last one. They said ketamine levels in his body were active by heat, activated by heat levels in the jacuzzi. So listen, I was talking about that. Remember they said Whitney was in the tub and Bobby Christina was in the tub. If you combine that with something that already
Soothes you.
suppresses your respiratory or relaxes your muscle, just you guys, nobody wants to be on drugs. Nobody. Okay, so I have a little bit of sympathy for them. It's something that they just can't get a hold of. They just
Something they
can't
got
do it.
into stupidly, and then now they can't shake it.
They can't shake it.
Yeah,
That's it.
right.
They just can't shake it. So anyway, so that's what's going on with that story. Let's do Keefe D, and then we'll do Kandi. Now, Kandi's short. Let's do Kandi. So Kandi Burriss is in the news yet again. Okay. Let's see if I can pull up Kandi. Okay, so Kandi is really getting it right now. And she's catching it. That's the wrong button. Because she's standing up for Kenya. Okay. Let me see if this is good.
When the ladies on our shows and on different shows on reality TV, when you say something to someone or you make a threat or you come at somebody in a negative way, you do not get to determine how strong the shade or whatever it is that's coming back at you. So that is my thing. Like, you know, being on the show for so long now, we've had some crazy things happen on our show. And a lot of people were like, how did you support that? And I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, she didn't make up anything about somebody. She pulled some unfavorable receipts off the line, which may not have been the nicest thing to do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it was the nicest comeback at someone, but when the ladies on our shows and on different shows on reality TV, when you say something to someone or you make a threat or you come at somebody in a negative way, you do not get to determine how strong.
Let me see if it goes on.
So numb to some of this stuff that like people are like, that was so low. And I'm like, really? But we've seen Kenya walk into somebody else's event with a whole band before. Like, we've seen her walk into a nice event with butt pads on. She brought a cookie lady. What? Yes, like so I'm like, when did the rules become she had to be nice about it? So I was just like, guys, I can't really get with the hateration and the fact that something similar has happened on one of the other shows. I'm just like, well, she's not reinventing the wheel. It wasn't nice, but it was.
So Kandi, Housewives, you ain't there no more.
No.
Aren't you glad that you ain't there this season? They pulling out guns and shit. They threatening to shoot people. I don't think that ever happened on the show before.
What? You know what? I be I right now I'm like, okay, it's good I ain't there, good, but Cynthia's like, okay, once the show actually airs, she said I'm gonna miss it then.
Okay, so there Kandi is going to bat for her girl. And she's getting a lot of backlash for it. And then she just said what she said and what she showed was true. Kandi.
I mean, she ain't say much of nothing for me personally.
Well, she said she's calling the girl an escort.
I know, right? But what I'm saying is she came across the same Kandi that I know, fake. And it's not so much to protect Kenya, it's her bitterness from being fired. So anything that she can say about the show that leads back to Bravo, well, ain't nothing she said. I don't know why she fired, why they doing her like this.
No, Perry. I really think she's trying to defend Kenya, pardon me. They had a friendship.
Maybe you can
Kandi is the reason that Kenya got back on the show. Do you remember they fired Kenya a couple of years ago?
I know Kandi what's best for her. And I'm just saying that I think she's using this situation not to talk about her firing and how Bravo. I don't really understand why they let her go because she didn't lie about it. Now, Kandi would have been firing mad if Marlo would have came out and showed photos of her servicing the football team outside the locker room, allegedly.
Yeah, she would.
You see what I'm saying?
But I think that well, what she said was fiery because you're still calling the girl Brittany Edie a escort. That's
Right.
what all this is about. So you coming out, I feel, defending your girl is making situations worse. So a lot of people, she got a lot of backlash for standing up for Kenya. And, you know, it's not going too good behind the scenes with Roa. I feel it's in Roa's best interest if Andy go ahead and cancel the show, because Andy Cohen is on probation. So in so many words, you know what I mean? Like they're looking for him to get those numbers up, and they're having all this trouble right now. And everybody's threatening to sue the network. The new girl, Brittany, she's threatening, because you can't call somebody an escort and not, you know, and that will ruin their reputation. And then
Right.
Kenya saying this is an illegal firing. It's just a mess. I feel it's in Andy Cohen's best interest just to cancel the show.
Right.
And then nobody can complain about it. That's what I feel. Let's see what y'all think.
Because I definitely hear what you're saying, Sharrell, but I just know I've been watching Kandi for a while on this show.
Mhm.
And I know Kandi she's self-serving. That she
Okay, so I don't have anything against Kandi anymore. So this is what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
It's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I think the reason why she's throwing mud because I don't know why they let go of my girl. She didn't give a shit about Kenya. If she was still on the show, she didn't care if Kenya got fired or not. She about her coin, like all her fans say. And I think the reason why she's throwing out escort and all that because she's jealous that Brittany's on there and the queen is not, meaning herself.
You think Kandi Burriss is
jealous that Brittany's on there, the escort, according to
allege. We didn't. I'm not calling a woman.
I said according to Kandi, right? I'm just saying that Kandi fools a lot of people. Kandi self-serving, like I just said. Everything's about her. If she had to throw Todd and rush traffic, she'll throw him out in the middle of traffic. Anything for her. I'm just saying.
Well, she pissed off a lot of people because some people say that Kenya just went too far. I like Kenya. I like her a lot.
I like her. I mean, she crossed the line though. I mean, that's dirty.
Well, I just feel like there's no show without Kenya or Portia, because don't forget they don't have Portia either, because Simon is sending them cease and desist every time they try to do something. Right. There's just no show anymore. And I'm not going to watch the show for new girls that I don't even know.
Right. No, I understand that. I mean, the show is, it's don't fall on all. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Silence. This says Roa needs to be put on pause, either get a new cast or cancel it. I think a lot of people are saying, we're tired of this. Just cancel it. I can hear Boys to Men singing End of the Road. Bonji saying, it's just, we're just over it. And, I'm not just saying that about Roa. It's no secret. All of the franchises suffering, the Housewives, even Teresa's show. Okay, yeah, they had a good fight last week, but the ratings don't lie. It's just ran its course. Andy Cohen, why don't you go and create something else, like a game show? I think Andy Cohen should create a good game show like Big Brother and Traders and stuff like that. But these Housewives, we're just over it. And everybody loves a good fight. And Andy Cohen said, we don't fight over here. This is Love and Hip Hop. Remember, he said that a couple years ago. Now it's getting so low. You guys are resorting to fighting. It's time to move on, Andy. We respect you and appreciate what you did, but your shows, nothing lasts a lifetime. Nothing.
Pretty much is over.
It's over. You don't try to take down or disgrace another Black woman. That's so wrong. I mean, to call somebody an escort. But I feel bad because I really, really, really love Kenya.
Right.
She's great, but she did go too far. She just did. And
I think so.
you can't do that, Kenya. I love you. I'm going to miss you. And I don't even think I'm going to watch it without you. But girl, you can't do people like that. You just can't. Let's just this last one. When the Housewives franchise begins, we didn't know them. We need to know others, just like I don't know what that means. New York reboot. I mean, I feel that if they don't bring back the originals, then there's no rebooting the show. At least somebody I know. What's her name?
I mean, for
My
real,
favorite, huh?
I think they should just dump it because at the end of the day, you know, Kandi gone, she was high priced. Kenya gone was high priced. They got rid of Marlo and everybody. At this point,
Nene.
people don't see the reality shows of women that's supposed to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go to the normal thing. Won't they just go broke ass housewives of Atlanta? Bring them in. Let's just get right to the point. Like,
no, Perry, that's so true. It when a person is being honest about their lives, you have a tendency to pull for them and stuff like that. We're not pulling for anyone. Y'all all had money. Some of these storylines are so fake, it's not even funny. It's cancel the shows, and get a new deal with the networks, NBC, Universal, and then bring back real reality TV shows.
You already in Atlanta, you got the set, and obviously you don't want to pay shit, but it's higher than minimum wage. Just go to the regular housewives. And when I say broke, I don't mean it like, I mean just regular people. And listen to regular life. It'll be more interesting. You know, when you come on, oh, Pookie, why didn't you come home last night, Pookie? You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, damn,
just a regular person like that's why a lot of people love Bethany Frankel. When she came in, she was like, I'm poor, and now she's rich. That's not fun anymore. So it's time for Roa to go.
Then you realize a lot of them are just fake as hell. Let's just get down to regular life. I find it just as interesting. Just 5 regular couples or 3 or whatever that's married in Atlanta, dealing with regular things. And I can't believe nobody shut up my car last night.
Josh is being messy. He wants to bring back Martell, which is a mess because no matter what you say about Carlos King, he was there in its prime. And I think the reason, how do I put this without being offensive? Carlos King is a great producer. Carlos King is a mediocre blogger. And the reason that people are getting so upset with him is he had the same shenanigans, only he wasn't in front of the public. Now that you're in the public, they want to hold you accountable for things. I think that he should be a producer again, but realize now people are going to start calling you out because more people know you now. And they say, oh, you're being messy. But back then you were getting people to really pull out dark parts of their lives and felt comfortable enough with you to share it. When you're doing that on screen, being a blogger, now it's considered being two-faced. And that's why I think Carlos King is having a problem right now with credibility. Brian says, I'm pulling for my girl, Portia. She should film from the old house and show us the divorce process. They don't have to show Simon to talk about it. The only problem with that is when she goes back to her old house, she's most likely going to walk away with nothing from that marriage. And you don't need anything from that marriage, Portia. We agree with Brian. Walk away and just be a reality TV star. You're not going to get anything out of Simon. He's just too shrewd. And you have to call it.
Won't stop.
Yeah. All right, now let's move on. Let's move on to this.
Ain't gonna stop, Sharrell. And, you know, sometimes the player got to admit they got played. Until she can come to her senses and realize, as beautiful you is, you know, she's very beautiful, but you got played. You tried to play the donkey.
Are you a donkey?
She tried to play her and got played herself. Look, Portia, move on. It's a lot of rich men in Atlanta. Now, you coming across thirsty as hell, begging a man that you decided to divorce. You filed the paperwork, meaning I don't want no more of this shit, but you want his money.
I'm not saying this portion. This is all Perry. I ain't said one word.
I'm saying it's gold digger written all
I didn't
over.
say that. Oh my
No,
God,
I'm
Perry.
just saying, that's my girl. Everybody know I love Portia. It's love of the day.
Oh my God.
When you love somebody, it don't mean they always right. You know.
Perry be messing up my shit. You just be messing it up. Like, oh my God. Did you have to say that? Did you have to say that?
Well, I got to just clear my chest because I'm hurt by it. I'm hurt by her action.
Okay, let me move on. I am moving on. Something is wrong with Perry's ass. I am moving on. All right, let's talk about this Keefe D situation. Let me see if I can pull up his picture. Keefe D is now. Okay, so I was telling you guys that my son does a lot of my research, right? And so we're talking about the Keefe D, and he knows all the players. It's so weird, huh?
Yeah, he really do.
He knows all the players and all the drug lords and what record companies that they're connected to, and it's just unbelievable. I wonder if I should do a video one day about it. It's just, being a rapper is very, very dangerous. It's dangerous because all of the owners or CEOs are somehow gang or drug related, Diddy included. Okay, they're a bunch of street guys with a lot of money. So Keefe D, now, before I get into that, how he made bond, my son says, hey, he's telling me all this stuff about Keefe D and about he's a part of the blue gang. I can't remember their name. The blue gang and
the Crips.
He's part of the Crips. And then he goes, and you know that new house y'all just bought? I said, yeah, Keefe D lives around the corner. We live around what? We just got a house that Keefe D lives around the corner. He said around the corner. Anyway, and then showed me the house around the corner. Okay, it's crazy. But anyway, so Keefe D is the last living member that was in the car the night that Tupac got unalive. Now, according to Keefe D, it was P Diddy that hired the hit, and he was supposed to give Keefe D $1 million. They said he gave the $1 million to some other guy, but anyway, he ended up not giving him the $1 million. And so this is another reason why they can't tie Diddy to the crime, is because it's not a M for hire anymore, because Keefe D, he's not that bright. And I think he said publicly that he did not graduate high school. Okay, he is dumb. I'm sorry, he's dumb. And so he went on Vlad TV, and according to the rumors, Vlad TV turned the tapes over to the cops, and so they rearrested Keefe D. Okay, I hope I caught up. So he's the last living person that can identify Diddy as the person that ordered the hit. Okay, Orlando Anderson, his nephew is gone, who was the actual Power. There was somebody else in the car. And this was what, damn near 30 years ago, you guys, 30 years ago. So all of a sudden, he's had a $750,000 bond since January, but he doesn't have any money, right? And so he couldn't bail himself out because he doesn't have any money. So here we are, 6-7 months later, and all of a sudden, Wack 100 comes and says that he's going to do a good effort, and he's going to pay the bond for Keefe D, whose real name is Duane Keefe. Can't remember what his last name was. I'll tell you in a minute. I should know it by heart because I've been pulling paperwork following the case. All of a sudden, out of nowhere comes Wack 100, who's known for being Ray J's manager, who they say always give people drugs, who's known for being Blueface manager, who was a well-known Crip. Blueface is a Crip. In other words, I don't see where in the hell Wack 100, his real name is Cash, where is Cash getting this money from? But we do have So he has to go in front of the judge. The judge was very suspicious. They haven't granted it yet. They put him on the stand and start questioning him. Where did you get this money? Why all of a sudden you take it into? So the rumor is that Wack 100, who is very fond of Diddy, there's some conversation out there. I still have it. I have it that is circulating on the internet of Wack 100 speaking to R. Kelly in jail, and they're feeling bad for Diddy. So he's a Diddy sympathizer. The rumor is that it's Diddy, but so it's supposed to be some unknown. He got the money from some unknown company and all of this. And I'll go over the tape in a minute. Come on, Wack. Don't pee on my leg and tell me that it's raining.
Right.
It's Diddy behind getting him out. Now, they have, since he's been incarcerated, Keefe D has found out that he has stage 3 cancer. I fear for Keefe D because you could slip something in his drink or whatever, or do what you did to Kim Porter. This is all my opinion, and say that he died from cancer. Or you could easily bribe him, because what is Diddy's known to do, to start forgetting shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't remember what happened. He said in court, I have cancer and I'll do anything to get out. This is what he told the judge. We're about to go over this.
Yeah.
So the rumor is Diddy's behind, and we all know Diddy is not what's the word I'm looking for? Popular anymore.
Uh-huh.
But he's not broke. $75,000 to Diddy is like me buying a pair of Nike tennis shoes for $100.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, before we start looking at the tape, Perry, do you think Diddy's behind this?
Yeah, I mean, he could be. It could be a lot of people. And I think Wack is looking at it. Hey, I'd be the middleman for some other project. I don't think Wack by himself said, hey, you know what? This guy I met years ago that 1-2 times, I care enough about him to go and bail him out for $75,000.
Wack doesn't have $75,000. He just doesn't.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what's in his bank account, but I can
I
guarantee you he doesn't have a $75,000, because also, and neither does Blueface, because now that Krishan, who admits she was paying Blueface's bills, that house is in danger. He's in danger of losing the house because nobody could afford the $10,000 a month, either mortgage or rent. I don't know which one it is. But
so
if
I
you
basically think, this is just my opinion. It's sort of what I think. I think because Wack do have some kind of business ties to Las Vegas or whatnot, and I think that's made him eligible to bail out Keefe D. But I think he's just the middle person. He's the pawn.
Right.
Saying, hey, you know what? You can get him out and we can do this. Yeah. Y'all can do a couple interviews and stuff like that while we setting up the, to take him out or whatever the case, or convert him from saying anything. Maybe sponsoring his kids, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but something is not right about it, because Keefe D ain't trying to save the children. He ain't. 75,000. He could have went and did a lot for the regular community.
I personally think that all Diddy has to do is bribe him, and he will change his story. Now, and don't forget, this reopened investigation all stemmed from Keefe D's interview with Vlad TV. That's why people are going around saying that Vlad works with the feds. This wasn't the only one. I think also it was like maybe Little Boozy. It's a couple, about 5 people after they do an interview with Vlad TV end up in jail. Let me play this tape.
Media Team 100.
Okay, so this is a tape verifying, because I forgot all about this back in the day, that Wack 100, whose real name is Cash, is a Diddy sympathizer. So he's on the phone with another sympathizer. That's R. Kelly. I just want you guys to hear 1 minute of this, of how they all feel bad for Diddy. Just take a listen. It's crazy.
Exclusive Media Team 100 side exclusive.
Oh shit, y'all pinged up.
Y'all don't watch the news in there? They don't got the news on the TV in there?
Oh, you talking about P Diddy?
Yeah, it's in the fan,
Yeah,
bro.
man, that's all over the news. We see that. We watch that.
And what's crazy is, what you know, I know, you know, because we just been in this area forever, is once they, and I hope they don't, but if they detain him, that's when all niggas, motherfuckers gonna be lining up with their hand in there. So I'm saying, man, see, the bad part about him, this is what I don't understand. About this, all this shit. Motherfucker, there was a time, right, where this was a play, this was y'all party, this was y'all, nigga, like, if you a participant, right, and you're of legal age, I don't understand what all the hoorah, all of a sudden is against the will. It's against the will. Man, what, so you just came back to 300 parties, motherfucker, against the will.
So I'll put this on my regular, as a regular video, but he doesn't understand what all the hoopla is about.
I don't understand it. I mean, you know, regardless of the age of, she was a willing participant. I don't see nothing wrong with it, man.
Crazy. He does not understand. Huh? So, hey, you never know. Somehow this could have got back to Diddy and they found a pond. So let's go to the court case when they are questioning the hell out of Wack 100 and did not release Keefe D yet. They did not, because the judge is very suspicious of how he got this money. And he might be doing it for his own safety, because you don't never know. I'm very convinced, and this is just my opinion, and I'll take some opinions from you guys too, but I think Diddy's behind all of this, and this is his MO. He's gonna either unalive Keefe D or he's going to pay him off. Let's take a listen. You want to say anything, Perry, before I?
It's actually a reason why they want him out, and I think it's easy to say, hey, Wack, you know, I mean, you can make a couple bones here, man. You know, you can get a couple of interviews, but we need that man out either to bribe him or to take him out. I don't know which one it is. And then R. Kelly, man, we got TV in here, man.
Oh, he was so ignorant. He was trying to talk to R. Kelly and Cole, and R. Kelly didn't understand what he was talking about. So he had to just come out and say the name Diddy. Yeah. R. Kelly's, he's not smart. But anyway, let's go over what went down just a little. This is a half hour long. Let's do like 5 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes of what went down in court yesterday.
Any conversation that you had with your wife at that time was in an effort just to get her to comply with the bond process.
That's right. I wanted to come home. I got cancer. You know, I just called it back. And here eating y'all processed food. You know, I had colon cancer right here. And it's not in the movie this side. How this processed food is. They don't sell no fruit. You know, it's just terrible.
He's also adding the point of why he should be released is because he has cancer and there's nothing but processed food in the prison. And really, Keefe D is slow. He said he didn't graduate. He doesn't talk well. He's been a Crip his whole life. And he's not educated. So he's not even carrying himself well in front of the judge.
No,
you know, you get prepared. You're supposed, where's the suit? You could tell them you don't want to dress like that. Like, speak up so we can hear you. Have valid points. So, you know, he's just not educated man. Go ahead, Perry. What were you going to say?
I think I should be released.
Perry, please don't.
Processed food in here. I think I need healthy snacks.
Perry, you're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. Here, let's keep playing it.
Fake potatoes, fake milk, fake everything. It ain't good for an ex-cancer patient. Now I got it again. They took me to the hospital, UMC, on the 5th of May. He came to my cell and said, Mr. Davis, hurry up and get dressed. You need emergency surgery. So I went over there. They did all the CAT scans and stuff. And they referred me to my cancer doctor. So I went to see him on the 8th of May. And he said, did you do a colonoscopy in a week, CAT scan in 2 weeks, a PET scan in 3 weeks? They haven't came here to do nothing. I'm in a life situation, and I would say anything to save my life.
After spending nearly... Did you hear that? I will
Yeah.
say anything to save my life. He's really in a bad situation right now. Also, on top of not liking to be in jail because it's confining and it's a lot of depression that goes on in prison. He has a health condition that he doesn't even know if he could survive this. So you have better health care on the outside.
Right. But he won't
He
talk
is primed for Diddy to go ahead, take Diddy's money so he can work on his health. And I guarantee you that his stories are going to start changing. What do you think, Perry?
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I think he's rattling off his health conditions, but I mean, personally, I don't think that he's just wanting to get out because of his health. I think he's craving some crunchy munch, and and like he said, he'll do anything to save his life. So whether to change the story, whatever, I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
I can't.
He look hungry right now.
Perry, something's wrong with you. Let's keep going when the judge starts questioning. Perry, something is wrong with you.
Nearly 9 months behind bars, former Southside Compton Crips gang member Duane Davis, better known as Keefe D, informed the courts he can now pay the $750,000 it'll take to get him out of jail as he awaits trial for murder. Davis has been in a Las Vegas jail since his September 2023 arrest in a long-awaited breakthrough in a case that shocked and devastated the hip-hop community, the 1996 murder of Tupac Shakur. But despite getting the money to afford his bail, it doesn't guarantee Davis will be released from jail. With Davis months away from his murder trial, in a recent bail hearing, the topic of where the bail money came from sparked some courtroom drama, as the defense called a single witness to testify before the judge, a man named Cash Jones, a.k.a. music producer Wack 100, who helped provide the money needed to bail out Keefe D.
Mr. Jones, what was the amount that you paid for the bail bond premium in this case?
$112,000. It was 15% of whatever the 750 was.
Okay,
$112,000 and some odd dollars.
And $500, is that correct?
112,500, yes sir, yes sir.
And you paid that out of your business?
Yes sir.
And what's your business name, sir?
100 Entertainment.
And you're the sole owner of that business, is that correct?
Yes sir.
And that business is a business license to do business in the state of Nevada.
Yes, sir.
And how long have you had that business?
Roughly 8 years, maybe.
And again, you use the proceeds.
Hold on, I just seen somebody that came in the chat that I know. What's going on is Wack 100, whose real name is Cash Jones, is putting up $75,000 bail to get Keefe D out, who's been sitting in jail since January because he couldn't afford it. So they're asking Wack 100, where did you get this money? And we know Wack does not have $75,000. I'm trying to tell you, he just doesn't. He's on Clubhouse every night. He does not have $75,000. The rumor is the money came from Diddy himself. So that's what we're listening to right now. Did you want to say anything before I continue, Perry?
Oh, no, I would say I think he was locked up since September 2023. But that's all.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I got that wrong. That's a long time. Let's keep going.
From that business, and you provided us with the documents showing that those amounts were taken from your business account. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Mr. Davis, sir?
I know him through passing. I know his son. I know him. We sat out and talked a few times. In general, about personal things.
And just look at what he's saying. They're asking him, how do you know Keefe D? And he's just making shit up. Well, I know him a couple times. When have you ran into a Crip member, Wack?
And
or did you know him through Blueface? What's up?
He looked nervous too.
He looks nervous.
I met him and I met him in passing, and I know his son. We used to sell Girl Scout cookies together.
In my opinion, Wack, you are lying. You are lying. Diddy gave you that money. You did. And if you had $75,000, why in the world would you spend it on Keefe D?
Thank you.
It serves you no purpose to get Keefe D out of jail. You are a entertainer, manager or agent. I don't remember what you want. Manager. And how does your life intersect with Crips? It doesn't. Well, let's keep going.
He was having this bout with cancer, and personal things, industry stuff, just regular conversation. He's always been a monumental guy in our community. Conversation, so
He said that sorry, I keep stopping. He said that Keefe D has always been a monumental figure in his community. You do not live in the hood.
I mean, he didn't donate 5 cents to Martin Luther King Foundation.
You are lying. He is just flat out lying. Let me keep going.
He looked nervous, because typically when somebody sets you up to go and be the pawn, hey, can you just bail this guy out? This is what you're going to do in return. What? I'm getting that. And maybe you get a couple of interviews.
Perry, Diddy needed to know he could approach a Diddy sympathizer. Well, Wack's been all over the internet talking about how he feels bad for Diddy. Like, you are just lying. You are lying, sir. Let me keep going.
I've helped several people in our community, whether it was funerals, whether it was for bail. In this situation, I know his cancer has been, I don't know if it's come out of remission or within speaking with his son. I know he's having an issue in there, so I lent a helping hand.
But when it came time for the state to question Jones on his motives for posting bail for the former gang member, prosecutors believed Jones to be a middleman, only agreeing to post the bail in exchange for a TV series about Davis's life.
All right, and so the other thing you say in the letter that Mr. Arnold provided to us is that the money is a gift and Mr. Davis is not obligated to repay. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. Do you have any contract between you and Mr. Davis?
Not as.
So let me stop here. So the attorneys are thinking that maybe somebody in Hollywood gave him this money so they can make a movie about the Tupac stuff and stuff like that. No, you're off, counsel. It is P Diddy himself, if you ask me. You want to say anything, Perry?
No, I mean, basically, they just know.
You're right.
What?
I know someone's telling me I'm going over in time, but I just want to play a little more. Keep going.
No, I mean, they just basically looking at him saying, now we know you don't give a damn that much about the community where you ain't donated shit to the local boys club. And now you up here saving Keefe D.
Keefe D.
Come on. It just don't make sense. And that they want him to basically testify and then lie. And then they're going to find out some more stuff and to find a way probably to deny it. Because
also, I think that the judge is very suspicious. When the last time you put up bond for someone and they made you go on the stand? So everybody in that room knows that he is lying. And if Diddy's plan was to get away with bribing him, let's just say, because there's no way Diddy can unalive him now. No one believes it. But would be nothing anybody could do if Keefe D changes his story. But that's Diddy's MO. He has paid off people before that have taken the stand. And one that comes to mind is the case with J-Lo and Sheen. When Sheen said when the witnesses start taking the stand and just changing their stories, he knew right away it was Diddy. So Diddy's a pro at this point. Let's keep going.
Not as of yet.
Okay. Do you have any financial agreement with Mr. Davis?
Not as of yet.
Do you have any financial agreement with his son?
No, I don't. I want him to come work for me. That's what he want to do, to try to get him out the streets.
Now, so are there any stipulations that you have with Mr. Davis in order to put up this money for him?
Well, my stipulation with the bail bond, but I definitely want him to be on house arrest to protect myself.
Now, have you ever said...
Did he just say that he wants Keefe to be on house arrest to protect himself?
Yeah,
because he's scared of Keefe D. If Wack 100 don't stop lying, we can see straight through you, Wack.
He was looking for a roommate. Come
Perry,
on.
can you do me a favor? My groceries are here.
Yeah, okay, I seen him. All right, then I'll be back.
You were thinking about getting Mr. Davis out with the stipulation that you do a series with him.
We've had talks and conversations just about what would be a series, as the BMF series, and just in question, in general conversation, talking about his life story. But I'm not in TV land, I'm in music. I don't do TV.
Okay.
I've never done a television show or any of that. I do music. Music, streaming, diapers, stuff like that.
Okay, so I just want to be very clear about this. Have you ever stated that you planned on getting Mr. Davis out as long as he did a stipulation with you to do a television series with you?
Oh, I have said this story would be a very interesting story. As if Orlando Anderson's story would be a very interesting story. As if the BMS story, as if my story. We talk about it, everybody talks about it, but again, that's not my lane. If that's what he chooses to do, then that's what he chooses to do. That's not what I do.
If someone were to say that the money provided here to bail Mr. Davis out is not from you, would that be the truth or a lie?
Be a lie.
Okay. If someone,
I didn't send the money, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Saying I'm not the one providing the funds?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a lie.
If someone said you are being used as a front, would that be the truth or a lie?
That would be a lie.
If someone says you are a middleman in this transaction, would that be a truth or a lie?
That would be a lie.
If somebody said that there's a movie company putting up the money for you, would that be the truth or a lie?
What company?
A movie company.
No, that would be a lie.
Okay. So your testimony is you're not a middleman.
I'm not what?
A middleman.
No, I have no contracts with any movie companies. I've never had a contract with a movie company. I've never done television. It's not my thing. I'm moving into the. I'm actually.
Now let me say this, you guys. Thank you, Jennifer, for the super chat. We missed you too. Yes, Wack is lying through his teeth, but they are setting him up. They're setting up Wack 100. They're asking him very specific questions, like in the OJ trial when they asked Mark Furman, "Have you ever used the N-word?" And he said, "Absolutely, unequivocally, categorically, no." We're going to see this same footage again in the future. They are setting Wack 100 up, and he is just putting his foot in his mouth and doesn't understand what's going on. He's just a hip hop guy that loves Diddy because he's rich. You don't know the real Diddy either. So this man is, I'm not trying to disrespect you, Wack. We know you are always on the blogs and always talking shit, but you're going to regret. Let me put it that way. You're going to regret getting on the stand, lying to the judge. These people aren't playing with you. They're not asking you this because they're concerned. They're setting your ass up. And you are taking the bait. I don't know what to say. 2 more minutes and then I gotta go, guys. What did Bungie say? I missed that. It's not Diddy. I believe it's Ray J. You think it's Ray J? Why would Ray J get Keefe D out? I don't see that, Bungie. You guys let me know in the chat. Is it Ray J or is it Diddy? Let me play 2 more and then I'm gonna go.
Entertainment into the diaper business. I have a company called Incredible Diapers. I have contracts in Congo, Nigeria, Amazon, Walmart, employment. So I'm really moving away from entertainment. These are things I can provide documents, MOUs, contracts for.
No, and I appreciate.
Now I gotta stop it right there. That's a lie. He's talking about he's moving away from entertainment. He's just fulfilling his. He is not. He has blue face. He goes on blue face reality TV shows. This man is not showing any signs of slowing down being a manager. Oh my gosh. Let me see what some of the things you guys are saying really quick. I got to take it off the screen. This is like a woman asking her man if he's cheating. He already. Thank you, Perry. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I can't even look directly in. He can't even look directly in the camera. His eyes are going everywhere else. He looks like he's lying.
Yep.
What else you guys are saying? Take it down. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna put this on my regular video. Because me and Perry have an appointment, but let me know what you think. They say Ray J is Clive's guy to get people. That's the rumor going around. Wow. She's talking about Clive Davis. You know, Clive Davis' name is starting to come up a lot recently when it comes to Ray J and somebody else when it comes to money. Clive Davis is a sweet looking old man. But Clive Davis is about as ruthless as they come.
Yeah.
He's got the little pop belly and the wraparound hairdo. He's dangerous. Clive Davis is dangerous. And he is no dummy. He's been in black music all these years. You know, he's not for Whitney for sure.
He's been with black men allegedly.
Yeah, he's gay and been with black men. And now they're also saying that Whitney Houston was going to leave Arista Records, which no longer is this, that Clive Davis was over. He has a new record company. I can't remember the name of it, J Records. And that Whitney Houston wanted her masters. And so they're saying that he played a part in unaliving Whitney Houston. These are some serious allegations, but because of the Diddy story, I can't say I don't believe that. You cannot put anything past any of these record executives. They are ruthless.
So
very
basically
ruthless.
saying that Ray J is Clyde's hitman?
Not the hitman, but the like.
Well,
the
I
guy
mean, if you're the one that delivered the package, that's their fatal blow. I would say, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying that's what the rumors, and that's where it's starting to heat up to. And even Wendy Williams said something to her. He did something. I mean, yeah.
That's crazy. All right, you got this stuff is heating up. I mean, we got to follow the Keefe D case. We've got to follow Ray J. Let's follow Ray J around like crazy. And because it sounds crazy about the Whitney Houston thing, but that could be true. And you know, and we know for a fact all record executives are corrupt. And it doesn't matter if you're doing rap or R&B or rock. They're dangerous. It's dangerous to be in the music business. They try to hide some of the stuff from other companies, but they're all dangerous, very dangerous. I might do a whole thing on it. Anyway, you guys, let me know. Listen, wasn't Ray J Whitney's lover / dealer? That's what they're saying.
Yep.
And he was on the scene when she was unalived. It's terrible. But you know, we've been hearing this so many times. This is way past just this Diddy stuff. We've been hearing this about Ray J since Whitney has passed on. And so I believe it. You know, I don't know if I'm being gullible. I believe Ray J is dangerous to be around. I just wouldn't. Any last words, Perry?
No. It's all crazy, but you know, well, this is my last word, I guess. With my boy that they was interrogating. What's his damn name?
Wack 100.
Wack, yeah, that's it. Wack, you know, at that moment he realized he effed up. Because like typically when somebody says, just go and pay the bond, you just sign a couple papers. Nobody think they're gonna be questioning your ass. And he didn't have the answers. So now he's stuck up there, ain't got no answers. Yeah, I just knew him by passing by. And I just admired him. You know, he was a great leader.
We're going to be covering this, so we'll be back, Perry, tomorrow. Let's talk about this tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, Perry, take us out.
Until then, people, thanks for coming. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Who do y'all think had
Keefe D?
No, not Keefe D. Wack 100 go to get Keefe D out. I mean, because it can go a lot of ways. But until then, let us know in the comments, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. But until then,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab